Hey there, welcome to the Lumiere channel. Welcome to this pick a card called encouragement. So what it is here is I am going to put these here. I'm going to put some stones up here for you to pick. Whichever one resonates with you is where your message of encouragement is. If neither one of them resonate for you, take a deep breath in, relax, close your eyes, center yourself, open your eyes, look again and see if one of them resonates with you. If it doesn't, save this video somewhere and come back to it when the encouragement is yours, or subscribe to the channel because there's only 2 stones that want to speak today, so I'm probably going to do more of this particular series just for encouragement. So if you subscribe, you can then sort of don't have to go looking for them. It'll pop up on your feed, hopefully. So here they are. And the timestamps ought to be in the description box below. This is a Selenite stone or shard. I don't really know. Look, you can see me. And this is a geode. So is your message of encouragement in the Selenite stone or is it in the geode? Go ahead and take a second to tune into these and see which one really has the one that's for you. Let me see if I can make this a little bit more romantic for you. Is this romantic enough? Okay. So if you have any suggestions for types of pick a cards that you'd like me to do, please list them in the comments because I lost my list. I'm preparing a list from the comments that you guys have written, and those videos will be coming out. You gave me some really good ideas, but if you have any others, please list them in the description. Oh my god, please list them in the comments, and I will see you in your stone. I hope you've picked your the one that may be for you. If not, maybe they're both for you, you know? And listen to both. Okay. I will see you in your respective stone. I will be starting with Selenite. Hey there, Selenite. How are you, honey? Welcome to your reading. So, what message of encouragement do you have for Selenite stone, please, during this time of Selenite stone's need, please? Ooh. Time of need. A message of encouragement, please. A message of encouragement, please, for Selenite stone. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot, though. That's funny. And maybe these 2. This is a lot, actually. We are all connected, water in reverse, and summer. This is actually a lot. I don't, no me gusta. All right. Something that I'm getting immediately here is something about love, something about Pisces. Yep. For some of you that might be important. For some of you it might be a Pisces man that's important. Perhaps you are a Pisces man, or you know a Pisces man, or a Pisces man may help you in some sort of way, shape, or form. And I'm also getting a time type thing. For some, I'm getting autumn. So you take that for what you will. I'm getting autumn. I don't know what that might mean to you, but that's something that's coming into my mind, like particularly autumn. Okay. All right, just changing positions back here. We have animals. We have nature's magic. We have fall in reverse. We have man. We have summer. We have water in reverse. And we have we are all connected. So in addition to just those sort of intuitive hits, whomever they were for, the a tag along message here that I'm getting is about nurturing. Obviously, this deck is very nurturing, but it's very naturey as well. But it's about nurturing. It's about working with others, working with maybe someone in particular, and looking on the bright side of things also. Obviously, summer might be something that's important for you if you are waiting for something in particular. I'm getting some rain too, so maybe even spring. Like all seasons are showing up here, but maybe summer as it turns to spring, or summer as it turns to fall, spring as it turns to summer, like April, or summer as it turns to fall, like when the leaves change. Something for whomever that is. I just have to say that. So what I am getting here is the energy of helping. Either you asking for help or you helping others. There's something here about collaboration. There's something here about observation and taking maybe even a step back to not be so involved or so emotionally involved or so emotionally wrecked. And maybe taking a step back and looking at, okay, who can actually help me? Who can I delegate to, or how can this be delegated? And even something about, oh my God, what is it? It's like on the tip of my forehead. Not being alone. For some of you, this is about asking for help, right? Like you're encouraged to ask for help. You're allowed to ask for help. You're not solo. There is help around you when you're going through these changes or these seasonal shifts, these sort of blossomings or just changes in your life or whatever part of your world this touches. There's a lot of observation here. And then there's this person who's just looking at you being like, I'm here, or this person that is actually there for you to utilize, but perhaps you're either missing them or not seeing them. If they have not shown up yet, they will. But I would also say take a step back and you might bump into the people or resources that you need or that will be helpful for you during this time. Also, I can't not say any of that without saying that God, Spirit is your guide, that is a viable resource for you to lean into in quiet time, in a way that is watching you, right? Like in a way that is there for you, and even in something as little as you turning to it and saying, I need help, I need you to hold me right now, or I need to feel safe, or I don't know what to do, or can you give me the strength, or can you please help me realize my strength, or whatever the case may be that you need encouragement for. Because I believe you can do this. I don't know what this is, but you are capable, and being capable sometimes means being able to delegate, being able to be like a leader and being able to trust others to assist and to do their part. So maybe not even micromanaging, but letting people show you how they can go about doing something, and you might be in for a pleasant surprise if that applies. But there's something here also about laissez-faire. right? Like leaving things, not leaving them, but allowing things to go through the cycles that they need to go through, period. Allowing things to play their part and having a little bit of a hands-on, but lovingly, right? I mean, a hands-off, but sorry, it's such a Freudian slip. A hands-off, hands on your heart, hands off the situation. So this is you looking at a situation or a particular place in your life, or even at yourself, or hell, all of the above, kindly, and also taking a step back and saying, okay, let's see what happens when I observe, then when I look at things and see how they can materialize from what I have already done, from what has been pre-existing, from what's already happened. It's almost like letting things play out because they're seasonal, right? Nothing, I don't want to say nothing is set in stone, but nothing is forever. Yeah, the song was playing in my head. Nothing lasts forever, but be honest, babe. Yeah, nothing lasts forever, and in this case, not even whatever may be causing you discouragement. If there are people around you that have been encouraging or that have been supportive in some way, show them some love, even if you're having a hard time. And that will be a way for you to touch your heart, right? To have a hands-on your own heart, because they are a part of your heart. You know, they've helped in some sort of way, even if it's in them encouraging you. If they're not encouraging you in a way that makes sense for you, then let them know, hey, you know, instead of telling me life is hard, what I really actually need is for you to tell me how I can beat this. What I really need is for you to kind of pump me up and amp me up and talk me up, as opposed to talking up the situation and saying, yeah, this is tough. Like that's kind of what I need. And I understand you're coming from a good place, but right now I don't need tough love. I need love. Can you do that? Or would you do that for me, you know, right now? And if they can, then cool. You set a new precedence and standard for your relationship where they'll think twice before they react to their knee-jerk reaction, which is just their knee-jerk reaction. And if they can't, then you know that this isn't the person that you can go to for situations where you need to be coddled, right? And then also you realize that you do need to be coddled in some cases. Or it could be vice versa. Maybe you don't need someone to coddle you. Maybe you do need someone to smack you in the face with reality and go, yo, this is how shit is. So, but I am seeing here that there are people around you, but they're sort of intimate. You may not see them, but they are there. And if you take a step back, and when you take a step back, you might bump into them, and then you might go, oh my God, like, yeah, this has been around here for me. Bruh, this man is staring me down. What you want, sir? That way it may be the only way. Boo, 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 boo. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, leading with compassion here, even with compassion for yourself. Definitely compassion for yourself on whatever's going through, giving yourself a hug and breathing through your pain or breathing through your discomfort, acknowledging it, and then taking care of it, holding to it. And that can be so difficult. But then also, if there are particular people who are causing you who are sort of building up this ruckus around you, which could very well be the case. It is going to pass. It is going to pass. It is going to pass. It's not going to be forever. I do believe that there will be someone coming in to help, or others coming in to help in this situation. And I also feel like there is a call for you to have compassion for the people who are causing a bit of a ruckus for you, or the situations that are causing a bit of a ruckus for you, approaching them with a little bit of compassion. So this is you taking your emotions out of it in a way that is, hurt or disdain or discomfort or anger. And I'm not saying stay in an uncomfortable situation where you're being abused, right? Like, I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is, like, let's say at work things are tough and they're breathing down your neck, or something's going on at home or with your lover or with whatever, and being a little bit compassionate and looking at things from their perspective. Like, yes, you may be wounded, and yes, you probably are wounded, and having that compassion for yourself and having that compassion for them. Not necessarily accepting it and going, okay, I will lay down here and bear the cross and you can slash me all you want. No, but using that compassion as a way for you to quell your feelings of discouragement or, anger or sadness or whatever, not stuffing your own, right? You got to juggle both. Feeling that what you feel is true and feeling that what they may be going through could be valid as well. And those both being true. And that may help diffuse any sort of sense of unencouragement. If you are someone who's going through changes right now where things may have gone from up to low and things are, the leaves are shedding, this too shall pass. And it is a transformation for you, and you are being watched and guided. There may be some predators around you, but I feel like the predators they could be real, right? But then they also could be in your head where you feel like, oh, these people want me to fail. They want me to fail. They want me to fail. They're not supportive. But there's something about these predators, like real, unreal, mental or physical. They're sort of waiting to pounce if that's something that someone is vibing with. But it's so weird because at the same time, they're kind of mesmerized. Like, this is a rare chance where I will say the people are sort of, if there is some sort of animosity happening around you, or you're going through changes and you just don't feel the people around you or the beings around you, the resources aren't supportive, there's something like watching. It sounds so creepy, but there's something watching, either this person, this feeling, or even a part of you that's watching you, wanting to sort of like attack you or wanting to sort of pin you down and like cage you or play with you in a nefarious way. But it almost like changes its mind. It's almost like when the predator gets respect for the prey, where the prey has fought so hard to stay alive that the predator is like, I'm rooting for you now. Like, I don't even want to eat you anymore. And I'm not saying that there's any sort of spiritual nefariousness around you. I would not say that. That's not messages I'm looking to get. So, no. But I feel like whatever may be coming up against you, let's say that, right? Whatever may be coming up against you is almost mesmerized by your tenacity, mesmerized by your transformation and the beauty and rawness of your transformation, that you don't really get attacked. That if anything, it's almost building a shield around you, because if something is like looming, then it's looming. There's nothing, these other elements can't get through, and it almost provides a protective shelter. I don't know who that part is for, but there's that for someone out there. So the encouragement here is you are surrounded. You are surrounded. No, you are surrounded, but you're surrounded by this loving energy. You are surrounded by this encouraging energy that says, hey, it's okay. There's changes afoot. There's changes around you, and they won't last. And that's for everything. I'm not feeling that there's someone here in the summer of their life It could be. And if someone is in the summer of their life and they're afraid that they're entering into a down season, it won't last. And if anything, it seems like it's a down season, and it might be, but it's actually a change to level you up, like to grow you. And it's a good thing. It's a part of the seasonality of life, and you're going to be okay because you are being watched. But it's protective. I don't know how to explain what it is. Too many people. Either way, if like the essence of the thing is, if there's a watchful aspect, it's a protective watchful aspect. Okay? It may seem or feel menacing, or that you are alone in the world, or it's you against the world, or you against everybody, but that's not true. It's not the truth from my perspective, like from this perspective. If I know that don't make no sense, don't worry about it. You're fine. My personal readings, I always encourage people to re-listen to them. Like several times, I kind of give them a roadmap of when to re-listen to them, because they will make more sense down the road. There are readings that I've given people that 6 months later makes so much more sense. And I'm like, oh my God, that's what that was about. Nice. Never ending story. This is really good. Yeah, I really like this for you. Let's get it. I'm going to read this to you, and then we'll close off. Nothing lasts forever, but be honest, babe. So, self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. So this really speaks to the last point of sort of menacing negative forces, but them actually being, I don't want to say benevolent, but it's like they're not what you think they are. Or they're not, overall, they're not what you think they are. They're actually, they may seem predatory and big, but they're actually working for your benefit. It's super weird. There's a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest the world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Damn. Whoa. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. So, going back to the initial, not the initial message, but one of the earlier messages of showing compassion to yourself and even showing compassion to others. And again, this is not about you laying down your life and putting yourself on the cross and saying, I will take this pain for everyone. No, it's you being compassionate to yourself and saying, I'm feeling this and this sucks, but I'm feeling this and I'm going to love myself through this. And looking at someone and saying, this person is causing me some shit, but they might be under pressure and this is where this is coming from. How can I help? And this could be even you being a calming force and you drawing them into that calming vortex, right? That could be something that changes. When you look at someone with compassion, that changes your whole vibe from looking at them with fear or anger or humiliation or embarrassment. You present yourself differently, you carry yourself differently, and they can't help but eventually be like, huh. So having that compassion for yourself and your small self, the part of you inside that's feeling, and that's the thing, right? Like, there, I see it, feeling empty, but actually fucking flourishing, right? The part of you that's like on the, like, this is what I'm seeing now. The part of you where on the inside, you're feeling like this. Just naked, afraid, bare, spread eagled, upside down. Like, you see them legs, girl. And then this is actually you flourishing, covered, protected, surrounded, loved in the heat of, life, but you're not feeling it because of just worry and other stuff. So I hope you can feel encouraged. I hope this encouraged you in some way. Let me know. If you'd like if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Thank you so much for liking the video, sharing it, favoriting it, I don't know, subscribing. I really appreciate you and everything that you contribute to the world. That's great for it. Be good to yourself, keep your light on, and good luck. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morning. Can't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Oh, Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Hey there, Geode Stone. May I please have encouragement for Geode Stones and what they're going through right now? May I please have the best, highest, good message of encouragement for those that pick Geode Stone? No, man, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this life. I'll take them. Will I? Oh, yeah, I'll take them. Again? ¿Por qué? Once again. I don't know if you're feeling alone or what, Geode Stone. But here we have, we are all connected. Planting a tree. Heat. Coexist. The life cycle. And nature's magic. I'm gonna read Nature's Magic. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. The wonderful things. Close to some potted flowers, a cat looks with curiosity at a fairy that blows on a flower to make it blossom. It may feel a bit strange to say loudly, I believe in magic. I do. I believe in magic. I believe in miracles. I believe in the sense of wonder that no explanation and motion of the reason can ever diminish. This is a very weird worded reading. I'm not going to read this to you. Unless something really pokes out. I just really feel like there's something here about being alone. And I am going to get another card from another deck. But looking at this, there's almost like someone's given up. Someone's given up. Someone can't feel the light of the sun anymore. Someone's given up. It's just that there's something coming for you, Geode Stone. If you're feeling a sense of given upness, there's something coming for you. There's a blossoming ahead. Something is coming to blow into your world and change things. That's so cute. Do you see that? Coexist and the life cycle are both 1331, 1331, which is so cute. Oh, yes, it's beautiful. There's something coming for you. And as far as encouragement, something is coming to change things for you, and it's going to be really nice. There is going to be a blossoming for you. The sun will rise again. You will feel the heat of the sun, and you can begin again, right? You can start over. And I believe you have what it takes to start over in you. It's just, I do feel like this is a starting over, like a new beginning. So you have what it, I feel like you have what it takes to get to this new whatever, to just get to this blossoming, this new beginning, geode stone. And there's a sense of, once you start blossoming, there's going to be a level of you now learning how to function in this new blossom. Okay? There is going to be a learning for you to blossom in this new function. I feel like there's something about aloneness here, and I'm not entirely sure if it's meant to be for you to be alone, which I'm rejecting, but it's almost like you feel alone. If you feel alone, then yes. If you feel, let me tell the story as opposed to trying to bounce around different stories. If you feel alone, there is going to come a time, if you feel alone or have been alone, you're used to being alone, alone, there is coming a time where you are going to blossom into something that you have wanted, something that you have been working towards, something that maybe you didn't even know was coming, actually, because you've been so into yourself, so kind of hermity, kind of just into your own world. Maybe you do hang out with friends, maybe you do hang out with family, maybe you do have some sort of not alone, strictly alone type nature of your life. Maybe that's the case, but it's almost like your same old, your old routine is about to blossom into something different. Luckily, even then, a blossom is slow, but that shit, it happens overnight. Like, you blink and it's blossomed. So it's things are gonna happen fast for you once they happen, and you I do feel an energy of starting over, but it's starting over. But it's like, this is a great, good job, Luz, thanks. So, that's right, I just had a conversation with myself just then. Good job, Luz, thanks, yeah. No, I was saying thanks to Spurt. It's almost like, a painter, an artist, when they go to a new canvas, it's a blank slate, right? It's a blank canvas. But what they have is their skill that they're bringing to it. It's still a blank canvas. It's still a new sheet of paper. It's still a new book to write, but you still got to write that book. You still got to do that painting. You have the skills inside you, but now they have to go to work for you, right? Now you have to learn the new skills that you need to be able to depict this sort of scene, like a rays of light through a forest. Now you have to learn to depict that on this new canvas project. Now you have to tell maybe a mystery story on this new book that you're writing. You know what I mean? It's that essence where things are blossoming into something, and you have, I'm getting sink or swim. I don't want to say that, but it's like a sink or swim type thing. Like, you've gotten in the ocean, you have your gear. Now it's time for you to do the work. Sink or swim. This is going to get a little bit annoying, but I need it because my device is dying, so bear with me. You're fine. You'll be alright. Calm down. It's fine. It's not hurting your ears. You're okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like you will feel the heat of the sun again. It's just, sometimes light is blinding. Clock the reference. But this is good. Things are going to blossom for you. Yeah, so do what you can to get your affairs in order now. Okay? If I don't feel like this is for you to be alone. If this in any way was for someone to be alone, it's almost like be alone in order to prepare, right? in order to prepare, there may be some things that you have to do that mean you disconnect. If you get a new job, it may mean that you have to disconnect a little bit from, not disconnect, but disconnect a little bit from your lover, from your family, from your friends, because now you're going in your job and you no longer have those 8, 9, 10, 12 hours to be at the behest of everybody else. You know, you can't just um, uh, hang out whenever you want to or pick up this person whenever you can. Now you have a job, right? Even if you're working remotely or so something like this. So let's say you things blossom and you meet someone and they want to take things fast and it's everything that you wanted, but you're just, oh my God, but you want to spend time with this person. There's gonna be some people that may feel some type of way about that, but it's almost all for the greater good. Maybe you're going back to school and you need to now, you're working and you're going back to school, or whatever the case may be. There is going to be some suffering. There is going to be some cutting back in order to give more to this new blossoming, and that's what you need. And that may be where that isolation is coming from, for as a source of encouragement, where you are encouraged to isolate for the greater good of you. However, I do feel like you're moving from one state to another, one state of smallness into a state of expansion. And, oh, cool. Excellent. They fixed this. Yes! They fixed it. That was beautiful. Sorry, take a break. I needed a second. Into a space of expansion, and it's just as you're expanding, having too many flowers around you, having too many people around you, it can hinder your expansion, because a flower needs the sun, and that's how sunflowers and all these trees and all these flowers lean all the way, and that's how you know that's where the sun is, because the flowers are leaning to reach the sun. It's so beautiful. Nature is such a beast. So in any case, if that's the case, in this expansion, there's some guidance for you on how to deal with it. Taking the time that you need to attend to what you need to attend to, and some of those things being yourself. Perhaps there will be a sense of overwhelm where you need to sort of disconnect a little bit in order to take care of you. Allow yourself to do that, and the message for that is, if that's something that you wind up dealing with or are dealing with, and you have faced this new expansion, this new opening up, this new heat in your life, then this new beginning, be gentle with yourself, because this is new for you. It's a new beginning for you. It's a new cycle. And also, don't be afraid to, you are encouraged to do not what you need to do, but you are encouraged to isolate a little bit when necessary, right? Like when you need to, or even before it becomes too necessary. Cutting ties where you need to cut ties, but also, expanding and knowing that when you expand, others do as well. That's something I keep like sidestepping to say, like, well, there is a cycle that you are now in a new beginning in some way, shape, or form, and you're gonna be okay. It's just that if there is a call for you, or you do feel that certain things are slipping away, allow them to. Just breathe through it, and know that there's a cycle. So if good things are happening for you, it will happen for other people as well, if that makes sense for someone out there. To be fair talks about balance. This is the Libra card for me anyway. Shit, anything I can name Libra, I name Libra. This is Libra, that is Libra, this is Libra. If you're new, hi, welcome to the channel. Yeah, this to me is balance, obviously. Where in order to maintain balance, we have a finite amount of time on this earth, right? And just that's massive. In the day. How about that? We have a finite amount of we have a finite amount of time in the day, and sometimes, okay, story A. Sometimes when we go from isolating to expansion, where we've been isolated and now things are calling for us to be more and to get out of isolation, there needs to be some sort of balance there, because now this is gone to this, but it's still somehow using the same spherical space. So some of the stuff that's empty in here, when it's isolation and you expand, it's got to be pushed out or pushed somewhere to make room for expansion. So there's that call for sort of balancing the situation, because there's only a finite amount of time. And then on the other story B, where you're going into an isolation because of expansion, it's the same story, bros. It's like the same essence. I love how I read. Like, I stand for it. If you're going into an expansion, the encouragement here is you're encouraged to to isolate a little bit in order to find that balance between what you are now doing, or what you've expanded into, and what can stick around in this space. It's almost like, when you start a new job, there's that first month or first couple of weeks, or when you change hours at work, or like I was saying, when you invite new people into your life, when you have new experiences, when your life expands, there's a jugulation of what to do. You don't do the old things. You have to figure out your new gym schedule. You have to figure out your new eating pattern. You have to figure out your new bedtime. Things change. So having that balance and being fair to yourself and the people around you is something that you have to figure out, because sometimes being fair to yourself may not be fair to others, and sometimes being fair to others may not be wholly fair to yourself. So let's see what else this has for us here before I let you go. Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from being, from stasis, to doing, from discovering, to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, that's what we was talking about in the beginning. I lost my spot. Sorry, I got excited. Remember that all experiences have their place. Absolutely. Cycles. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. It's so crazy. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. I really like this. I like this a lot. I'm now seeing something new here, where this man is like pruning this leaf here, and there was this field of sunflowers, and it's almost like, okay, you went from a field of sunflowers to a little pot and blossom pot, and this may be a little pot if it's a new place, but at the same time, it's a new place, it's a new environment, and it calls upon the same skills but also applied differently, or even a new set of skills that you get to now learn. So I feel like overall you are going to be fine. Try to practice a semblance of balance, and this really is through grace, and dare I say it, through even compassion for what you're going through and what you may need to do for the moment, or even for the long run, in order to adjust to the changes, the pretty big changes that are going on for you. But otherwise, your message of encouragement, babe, is you're gonna be fine. You really are. You are going to be taken care of. You are cared for, and things are going to work themselves out. They are going to work out. So I hope you're well. I hope this helps you in some way. At least something to listen to while you're doing laundry or something. I wish you everything. Keep your light on, and good luck.